Brought to you by the Every Dollar app. Start budgeting for free today.
We have Amy in Pensacola. Hi, Amy. Welcome to the show.
Hi. How are you?
We are doing great. How are you?
Good.
How can we help?
I'm really excited to be on the phone. So I have a bunch of questions, but my husband and I are definitely in need to help with overall financial plan. We have more than over $1 million in debt.
Whoa!
And,
what's it in?
Yeah.
What's the debt in?
Well, we went through a really long school life.
Okay.
So student loans. So our student loan was $1 million when we graduated.
Oh my gosh!
Wait,
I
you can't
know.
just cruise past that. You got to tell us more.
what are your degrees in, Amy?
So we are both in dental specialists. So, college. Well, we actually didn't have any loans for college. Dental school, we had loans. Specialist residencies, we actually didn't have loans because my husband served in the military. So they pay for that. So just dental, 4 years of dental loan, we have $1 million together.
Okay, but you earn a lot of money, right? I sure hope so.
So we came down to like $750. Also, we're proud of it. But since he's in the military, we don't actually earn that much money. But the good news is he's getting off of military, and we're going to start a new job where we should our minimum income will be about $600K.
Okay, so
Wonderful.
that's good. Is this a business that you're opening a practice together? Is that what it is?
Actually, no. We wanted to make sure like our life is in a little bit less of a debt before we even think about opening our own.
Sure.
That will require a lot more capital. So
You just said
want
we, so I didn't know if you were working together or you were just going out and getting
we
separate
are.
jobs.
No, we are working together in a practice
Okay.
together, but we don't own them.
And combined, you'll be making $650,000.
That will be a minimum, yes.
When does that start?
Summer.
Okay, so soon. And these are guaranteed jobs and salary. Like, this is what you're going to make.
Yes, it's a per production. So, that's going to be a minimum. And if you make more, you're going to get more. But.
Well, that's the great news of this story, Amy. So for you guys, I would work to live on $70K.
Uh-huh.
And you throw everything at this debt and you get it paid off in a year and a half and be done. And then go right off into the sunset making $600,000 a year debt free.
Like, your numbers sound really big, but ratio-wise, it's the same as the person who calls in and makes $60,000 a year and has $100,000 of debt. Like,
yep, that's right.
It sounds a lot because $1 million is just a big number, but the ratio is the same. How are you living right now? Like, tell me about your numbers right now. What does rent cost? What are you bringing in right now?
So that's another question. Thanks for asking, because that will be my next question. Because we now technically own a house, but not pay off.
Okay.
So we are planning on, in the beginning, before I started listening to you guys' show, I wanted to either rent this place and buy another place in our new job will be, because we have to move, and buy another house. But then I was thinking that our student loan is so high, we decided to sell this house, pay our, all the mortgage.
If you sell it, what will it bring?
Doesn't bring much, because our financial advisor told us to pay as minimum as possible. So we actually didn't pay that much off.
Okay.
We bought this not that long ago, actually, not even 3 years ago. So we are trying to sell this and then not even buy another house.
Amy, talk in real numbers, because right now you're saying like it's all kind of up here. I want to know real numbers. If you're moving, give us more details. If you move, where are you moving from, and then where are you moving to? If you sell the house, how much will it bring, and what do you plan on doing with that money? Like, give us a few more details so we can really dig in with you.
So we have a mortgage still left for about $370K.
Okay, so you owe $370. If you sell it, how much will you take home, do you think, after the sale?
Maybe $40K.
And that's after fees and whatnot from the realtor and everything like that. Yeah. Okay, so the $40K, you're thinking you're going to roll that into a new mortgage. when you move this summer for this job? Is that what you're thinking?
We were thinking that, but now we're thinking that maybe we should just rent a place.
I'm thinking that too.
Then,
Yep.
Yeah.
And that's $40,000 more to the student loan.
Yay,
that
yay.
makes some progress. Yeah. So Amy, here's going to be your struggle. It's not going to be income. And usually when we're talking to people like this, we're like, you got to get side hustles, all this. And honestly, with what you guys have, you can have this paid off in a year and a half.
Yep.
But your problem is going to be, Amy, that you guys are going to, if me and Jade were in this position, I would just tell you, like, both of us with our spouses, our decisions would probably be very similar.
Yeah.
We're getting a 1-bedroom apartment. We're living as cheap as possible for 2 years. And Amy, the biggest struggle that's going to happen is you're going to get into this new job, into this dental world where people are making insane money, which is great. And they should. They do great work. But they're going to be living insane lives. I mean, to make $600,000 a year, the trips,
flossing season.
Yeah, the trips, the cars, the out to eat, the parties, the game. I mean, everything you could imagine, Amy, is the world you're about to step into, and you're not going to be a part of it. Mm-hmm. And you're going to say, for a year and a half, 18 months, 24 months, we are not going to live like we make $600,000. We're going to live like we make $60,000. And I'm telling you, the faster that you can just stay in this mentality and get through this, Amy, the unbelievably better part this is going to be. Not only are you going to appreciate that $600,000 even more,
right?
But you're done with this mess. I mean, yes, your shovel is big and $1 million is big, but it's $1 million. I think to anyone, I mean, it's a gasp. Like it's a lot. And if you just act normal in this, you're going to keep this around for 5-6 years, and
oh man,
you'll make the payments and you'll figure it out. But it's just going to be floating where we want more intensity and be done, and then you can go get a bad A home. I mean, like, you can get so much. Like,
here's the upside.
So much with this.
The upside is you're moving somewhere where you're brand new and you don't know anyone and you don't have any heirs to keep up. Like, do you know what I'm saying? It's harder if you had called us and it was 5 years later and you were in this job making $650, you had the house, you had the cars, you were used to this lifestyle, and you had to cut back. It'd be difficult. But you haven't even got into it yet, so you don't know anybody yet. There's no standard to keep up.
That's
like
right.
You can fly under the radar, do your thing, and then after a year and a half you can pop out like, what's good, let's take a trip.
Yes.
Let's spend some money. So
Amy, the faster you get rid of this, I'm telling you, the faster that burden lifts. And you guys, I'm so glad you found us. I know you're kind of early, you're a new listener, but I'm telling you, this is the proven plan. So do it well. We're excited for you, Amy. Congrats on the big education and the big salary, but make some right decisions here.
Create your free every dollar budget today, the simplest way to budget for your life.